Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Libra October 26, 2024. With today's Mars-Uranus transit, unique and fresh approaches to business or money management emerge. Instead, you might learn something new about the past that helps you move forward. You're in excellent shape for putting a project that's been limiting you or a bad habit behind you. You're feeling emotionally equipped to not only accept but embrace change and progress courtesy of this liberating, confident influence. Money matters, taking special care of personal possessions or valuables, and ownership issues can be in focus and also very much in favor. The best thing you can do with this transit in play is to aim to detach from or let go of a problem that has been frustrating you. Today, you will get your motor humming. In fact, we're experiencing a tremendously rare sexy signal from the universe. Mighty Mars, the planet of sex and passion, takes 2 years to circle the Sun, so its links to other planets do not happen as often as other celestial objects. Today, as he smiles over to electric Uranus in a sextile, you'll be ready to cook up a calamity. You'll be invigorated with the courage to make changes to your personal A&D romantic life, which may manifest in relatively easy and flowing terms. As these two powerhouses dance in a sextilia, divine aspect of harmony, fun, passion, and adventure are all on the menu. What will make you see your finances differently? An unexpected mental download could change everything when Mars in Cancer sextiles Uranus retrograde in Taurus. You might have been a little mentally stuck. It may be hard to shake an old financial mentality, like how to handle your money differently or being open to making money in new ways. When you least expect it, there will be a subconscious breakthrough. Your mind will shift your financial perception, which will allow you to act differently when planning your budget, handling your expenses, and even making more money. You have never been one to abandon a course once set out on, however, you must get used to the little detours life shows us along the way. Rather than looking at these detours as setbacks, consider them as curves in the road that were too subtle to be realized when you were starting out. Have faith that you're still on the path. Support your sensitive nature by taking nighttime or early morning baths with a few drops of lavender oil. Your activities and affairs are going to be progressing in the days coming up, but you run the risk of letting events overwhelm you. So, be too ambitious and watch out about getting swept up in a whirlwind of undertakings. Be pragmatic and try not to sacrifice your effective life to your professional one. It isn't too late to reconsider things and to settle for realities that are more modest. It is just as a friendly aspect between Venus in your relationship sector and the North Node in your friendship sector that peaked yesterday is starting to separate that the Moon makes a timely return to your communication sector. This was already a positive time for friendship and relationship building, though the one thing lacking has been support from the communication gods. While there is no planetary activity in your communication sector, this last visit before Mars returns to declare war on communication barriers is a chance to get the ball rolling. Venus, the planet of love, is still in her first week in your relationship sector and of all planetary activity on the relationship front since the early weeks of the year when the Moon returns for its monthly visit to your communication sector today. This is the Moon's only visit while Venus is here. But with Mars returning to your communication sector before she leaves, this is just the first step in getting the communication lines open. Our eyes in the sky. Think of this moment as an invitation to let go of the ordinary and try something that stirs excitement. It doesn't have to be a huge, life-changing move. Sometimes it's those small, thoughtful changes that can make all the difference. Have you ever followed a little nudge to do something you wouldn't normally consider, only to later realize that it opened up new doors or led to some incredible results? That's the kind of energy we're working with today. It might mean taking a different approach to a project, rethinking how you communicate with someone, or even simply organizing your day in a new way. If you felt a little stuck lately or like things have been in a holding pattern, this energy might be exactly the shift you need to break out of that rut. You might find yourself doing something today that surprises even you. This alignment between Mars and Uranus isn't just about sparking new ideas, it's also an invitation to let your creativity flow freely. Whether it's a work-related project, a personal endeavor, or even just your usual to-do list, experiment with letting things flow in an unplanned, organic way. Have you ever felt that moment when, after reading so hard to figure it all out, suddenly everything just clicks because you approached it with a fresh perspective? That's the type of insight Uranus often brings, so be open to taking those leaps, and let yourself be amazed by where they take you. But today's cosmic energy doesn't stop at new ideas and actions. On a deeper emotional level, you might notice some past feelings or memories surfacing out of nowhere. It could be an unresolved situation, a person from your past, or even a random memory that stirs up emotions you thought you'd put behind you. Have you ever found yourself feeling triggered by something that brought up old emotions or unresolved issues? Today's energy is amplifying that experience, giving you a powerful chance to see things differently. Instead of letting these resurfacing feelings overwhelm you, use this moment as an opportunity for growth. Think of it as your own personal reset button, a chance to rise above old emotional patterns and approach things with fresh insight. Maybe you can respond differently this time or see something from a new, more empowered perspective. Yes, it might feel challenging, but remember that you're not the same person you were in the past. You've grown, you've gained strength, and you have the ability to handle things in a way that supports who you are today. Reflect for a moment. Can you remember a time when you stood your ground during a sensitive conversation? Perhaps it wasn't easy, but you stayed true to yourself, communicating clearly and with confidence, even if the discussion was difficult. How did you feel afterward? There's something incredibly satisfying about expressing yourself honestly, and today, that same energy is available to you. The stars are aligning to help you approach conversations, especially those emotionally charged ones, with clarity and confidence. And remember, finding common ground doesn't always happen instantly. Sometimes compromise takes time, patience, and a lot of mutual understanding. You might not walk away with a perfect agreement right away, and that's okay. It's all part of the journey, not just the destination. So trust in the process, and know that by staying true to yourself and giving the conversation the time it needs, you're making progress, even if it feels a bit drawn out. It's not just about the end result, it's about how you handle each step along the way with integrity and honesty. So, as you move through the day, I encourage you to embrace both the adventurous spirit and the emotional insights that today's cosmic energy brings. Take that inspired step towards something new, even if it's just a small shift, and if emotions or memories from the past arise, welcome them as part of your healing journey. There is so much potential for growth today, whether it's in your creative pursuits, your relationships, or your own journey of self-awareness and healing. The universe is supporting you on this path, reminding you that you've got everything you need within you to embrace change, express yourself, and evolve. You've got this.